Convos. Today's episode was inspired by a movie that we watched called Captain Fantastic. It's not really a new movie. It came out like in 2016, so it's a little dated, but it definitely sparked a lot of conversation between us and put things into perspective, and we think that a lot of things we were talking about is important for us to share with you guys.
Now, if you've never watched Captain Fantastic, this movie is all about a man and his wife who they pretty much left the society. I guess you could say they left society's way of living, and they actually moved their entire family, them and their 6 children that they had, into pretty much the forest. Okay, they raised exactly. So they pretty much raised their kids out there in the forest, and this man, he trained all 6 of his children to be not only very intelligent, but to pretty much be A1 athletes. You know what I mean? Like, these kids were doing some crazy intense training. You know, they did not eat anything bad in the sense of like chemical induced foods or processed foods. Everything they ate was organic. They even hunted their own food. It's like living in 2019, but you're still kind of like hunting in the wild and living out there and pretty much living in the jungle.
Yeah, like they learn how to fend for themselves, how to survive all on their own without relying on anything. The system, the government, anything. They're just like learning to survive on their own 100%.
Absolutely.
Be absolutely 100% self-sufficient.
Yeah, so I mean, the movie is amazing. I mean, it's a really good movie. It really put a lot into perspective, and so it made us realize, like, you know what, this would be a great topic to make a video about, because there's a lot of people in the conscious community, a lot of us out there that, you know, I guess you could say we're kind of like the modern day hippies, but some people just really take it over the top, and you know, like this man in the video.
We don't want to give any spoilers. So we might. I don't like. That's not going to be the intention, is to give spoilers. But with the nature of the discussion, there might be some spoilers. So if you're interested in watching the movie and you haven't watched it yet, watch it and then maybe come back. Watch this video and comment your thoughts. So without giving too much away, what we took from it was that while it's good to notice the system's flaws and to try to, within your family, implement something different and teach your kids something different, it's also not okay to completely isolate yourself from the system. I mean, if you're gonna be living off grid and that's what you want to do, that's amazing, but like, that's not the point. The point is his attitude towards the people, American society was very like pretentious and rude, and just he wasn't
he looked down upon it. He looked down upon it completely.
Like he wasn't like a compassionate person. He lived his life and raised his kids to live like this extreme life. I think that was his mistake in the whole thing, was being an extremist and completely isolating himself and having this hatred and anger towards society and the people living in it, instead of trying to integrate it, change it, beat the system so that you can help make it better.
So pretty much, guys, the whole point of why we even want to talk about this is because a lot of time when you start awakening, you kind of get angry at the system that you live in. You're like, man, fuck getting a job, fuck the 9 to 5, fuck all of this. You start becoming careless in a sense, and you kind of just forget that at the end of the day, this system still has control over society, and the best way to beat it, you're still a part of the system. The best way to beat the system is to beat the system at its own game. So utilize the system and manipulate it against itself, in a sense. Play the game, but don't lose sight of the conscious awareness that you've attained, right? Be aware of what you're doing, be aware of your surroundings. You can still align your frequencies and do what you love to do, take action on things that help you raise your vibrational frequency, but don't forget, at the end of the day, we're still a part of this monetary system. So make money doing what you love so that you can create financial abundance and financial freedom to live the lifestyle you want to live. You know what I mean?
Personal examples would be like us. We were very young when we started seeing how corrupt things were, like the whole job thing, 9 to 5, how school teaches you how to be a worker, and no one teaches you anything about being an entrepreneur or learning how to handle your money, learning about real life stuff. Like, everything is just like, you have to go to school, go to college, get a good degree so that you can get a good paying job, so you can pay your bills, and like that was the picture of what life was supposed to be.
And you wonder why so many people are depressed and not happy, even though they're making 6 digit
the focus
figures.
was never on what makes you happy? Are you happy? It was
Exactly.
always like, be a functioning working person in society.
Yeah.
And when we started seeing right through it, like, what? This is corrupt. Like, it was created like this for a reason. We're not, you know, no one cares really about us and our well-being. They're just trying to keep the system afloat, keep it going. We started kind of like, no, I'm not going to be a part of this. I refuse. And out of anger and trying to rebel against the system and trying to like separate ourselves from the system, we kind of like dug ourselves deeper.
A little bit of a hole.
You know, because you have a record, you have credit, and eventually as we grew older, we started seeing like, okay, like,
the importance of having good credit. All
Yes.
these things, especially once you're a parent, you've got kids, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, a lot of things. You need to have good credit, unfortunately.
yeah, and we're people that we felt like we had a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom to share with others. And imagine like, how can we do that being in a hole and not even being able to take care of ourselves and our family? You have to be able to take care of yourself, take care of your personal things so that you can be in a position to like give this wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because someone that's living under a bridge or someone that's homeless can't do this, you know?
Unfortunately, majority of you guys will not listen to someone that's living under a bridge and try to take wisdom from it. Because you're looking at them like, who are you to teach me anything? Look at your life, right? So it's kind of like she said, you definitely have to take care of your business. You know, if you have to make money, make your money doing what you love if you can. If you're working a 9 to 5, then you know what? Invest time, research, figure out what you're passionate about, figure out what you love. What is something that you would do for free? That's how much you love it. Once you realize what that thing is, a hobby, a talent, a skill, whatever the case may be, then focus your time, energy, and money on that thing. If you're working a 9 to 5, do it, you know, part-time on the side. Put money on the side, invest in it, do your research on what it takes to get to what you need to do, then start acting upon the opportunities that'll manifest itself. That way you can live the life you want to live and make money doing what you love. So that way you're happy and you're contributing to the awakening of humanity, right? So that's the whole point. That's what we all need to do.
It's that, like, you have to contribute to see the world in a different position than what it's in. If you don't like what you're seeing, then help it get somewhere else. And in order for you to be in that place where you can help it get somewhere else, you have to be in good standing with your things, with your stuff, and we're a part of the system. So it's like you have to make sure that you're good, that you have money saved up, that you have enough to take care of yourself, of your basic needs, that your basic needs are being met, all of these things. We're not saying that in the movie that their basic needs weren't met. It's just that they, you know, he isolated them, and it was from a place of anger and hate, and that's where I think his downfall was.
So yeah, guys, when it comes to living this lifestyle, you need to find a balance between your spiritual life and your physical life, right? And then you need to bring balance and peace into your mental space, your mental life, so that way you have the right attitude, the right thought process, so that you can live your life effectively, right? So you got to find a balance. Find the balance of your conscious life, find the balance of what you're trying to do with your money that you're trying to make, and, you know, the lifestyle you're trying to create for you and your family.
Like, not always easy.
No. I mean, listen, you're
finding
gonna have
that balance
challenges.
between, like, you know, living in the system and creating change, meaningful change that you want to see within the world, and implementing that change in your life, in your children's life, in a world where that's not a noticeable change on a collective scale.
And what happens, guys, is when enough of us start making changes within ourselves, then we start affecting humanity as a whole, collectively. The more of us that make the change inside, then we'll start really changing the world. It's not about changing the world. It's about changing yourself. Because once you change yourself and become more who you truly are at your core, now you are attracting and shifting yourself into a parallel earth that matches your new frequency. So now you're seeing Earth or the world from a whole different perspective. And so you start attracting new opportunities, experiences, people, your inner circle changes, and like your whole life just changes, you know, because now you're vibrating within the frequency of your passion. And now you're changing the world, doing what you love, right? So that's the purpose of life in this reality, is to remember that you are loved, to love everyone, be compassionate, take action on your passion, and just live the life you were meant to live. Be your best authentic self and live your best life.
You have to have a job to make money. That doesn't mean that has to be your job forever, you know? You have 24 hours in a day. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. So do your job, do what's expected of you, but then also make time for your thing, to grow your thing on the side, so that eventually your job can be what your passion is, what's meaningful to you, what fulfills you, and it's not working for somebody else. But if you have to work for somebody else to get there, there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the point of this. You have to find that balance between this world that we're living in and beating the system. That's how you beat it, is by not losing sight of what's important and what's meaningful and fulfilling to you, and taking action on those things, but also staying in a place where you're taking care of your things too, where you're not gonna like be in a hole that you can't get out of. Because at the end of the day, we are in this system, and in order for us to change it, we have to beat it. We have to rise up, and then from there, in a place of power, can we actually make meaningful change to see it move in a different direction.
Absolutely. Remember, guys, this is a game. Play the game right. Be a master in this game. If you see life and society and jobs and school and all these things as a game, it will no longer have control over you. You're controlling this game. You're infiltrating the system from within. Okay, that's why sometimes you gotta go get that 9 to 5 or whatever, get your degree, do what you're doing so that you can have a position of power to make changes. You see what I'm saying? Like she said, don't lose sight of what you're here to do. Don't lose sight of your mission, your sole mission of why you came to Earth in this moment, right? But play the game right, strategically. Be a master your craft. And obviously in time, you will manifest your desires and your life's purpose.
Yeah, and also don't judge and look down on others that aren't on this.
Yeah, that's a huge problem in society. We're still way too judgmental towards others, and we fail to realize that we're all aspects of each other. So everyone's just on their path, and bro, you can't judge them for making mistakes.
Yeah, you can't judge somebody for how they're living their life.
No.
You know, all you can do is try to spread knowledge, spread awareness, and if somebody gravitates to that and wants more from you, more help from you, more guidance, then you do that. But you can't like go to people saying the way you're living is messed up, or you're an idiot, you're ignorant. Look how you're living. You can't look down on anybody. You can't judge anybody. That's not how this is gonna work. You have to come from a place of understanding, from a place of compassion.
You have to remember, guys, we're all on different levels of awarenesses. How many of us in the conscious community who started awakening, and the very first thing you did was go to all your loved ones and tell them, yo, you guys are living a lie, wake up, stop eating meat.
And you're doing it from a place of love. You're doing it like, I'm just trying to help you.
Exactly.
But that's never the way.
You're not coming across to them from a place of love. You're coming across as more of an annoyance and trying to control their lives. Like the whole vegan eating meat thing, for example, that's a huge thing in this community. There's a lot of people out there that are vegans that really try to push that agenda towards people that still eat meat, and they start talking a lot of shit and whatever. You gotta understand, people who love to eat meat will continue to eat meat until they themselves are ready to stop eating meat because they choose that.
Or to choose to make any type of change.
Yeah, you can educate people about eating meat, eating plant-based, whatever. You know, I genuinely feel that the future of humanity will be fully plant-based. As we evolve as human beings on Earth, and we're eventually able to venture into the stars and become these more in tune beings, naturally we're gonna stop eating meat. That's just what it is, eventually. But everyone needs to get there on their own. You can't force anyone. You know what I mean? So that whole vegan, whatever, yo, you gotta let that shit be, man. The animals, unfortunately, they're still being slaughtered, but in time, that's just gonna stop naturally. All you can do is keep educating and informing. You cannot force a belief down anyone's throat. You can just educate and inform, let them make their decision on their own. Focus on you, focus on your family, focus on your loved ones. Live the lifestyle that you wanna do, that you wanna live, and that's it. You know what I mean? In time, you'll start shining. You'll become a beacon of light, and people start looking at you like, wow, you look so youthful. It's been 10 years. Why do you look so good?
That's just like an example.
What are you doing?
Is the, veganism.
Yeah, it's just an example, but I see it a lot.
It applies to anything. You know, people are like, oh, you're, people that say they're woke look at other people like, oh, you're sheep. You're asleep, you're stupid, you're ignorant, or you know, that's never, in whatever way it is, whatever way people disagree and live their lives differently, the answer is never to look down on somebody.
Nope.
And try and feel like you're, superior to someone else.
Yeah, right there you're going unconscious. You're still going through the illusion of separation, looking at other people like looking down on them, like, oh, you're just sheep, or wake up sheep, or you guys are so dumb. Remember, you used to be that sheep. Now that you're not there anymore, help them by bringing them up to your frequency. Don't shit on them. Help them. And if they don't want to be helped, then guess what? It's not their time. They are not ready vibrationally.
They will come to you.
Exactly.
You don't go out seeking people to help.
Be that beacon. Be that light. You be who you are, your authentic self. You shine. You radiate this beautiful skin, beautiful power. You look youthful. You have so much energy. You're always happy. You're radiant. People will gravitate towards that. They'll start asking you, what the hell are you doing different?
Like if someone gravitates to it, if it catches someone's attention and they're drawn to it and they want to know more, they're gonna ask and they're gonna come, and then those are the people that are ready, because once the student is ready, the teacher appears.
And when the teacher's ready, the master appears. Boom. You are that student, you are the teacher, you are the master.
We're always all learning from each other. Nobody is superior to anybody else. You have to operate from a place of understanding, from a place of compassion. We're all human and we're all just trying to do our best. Even the people that you see that are like nowhere near, you know, any type of awareness, even they're just trying to do their best. And you just knowing like that's just a human being that's trying to do their best. You know, I love them and I really hope the best. I really wish them the best.
Remember, guys, when you put out love, you receive love, and you receive support from different people around the world in your passion and your ventures of what you're trying to act upon. So that's the way to be. If
you just keep focusing on you, on your mission, on what you're trying to do, and move in that direction, and you'll attract everything that you need to attract in order to leave your mark and to do what you came here to do and live out your purpose.
Exactly right.
And your purpose is never to be a hater. It's never to look down on people. It's never to spread hate. Like, come on, we have enough of that. Do you really think we're here to keep spreading more of that? No. Like, we have enough of that shit from like people that are still, you know, operating from that space. So we're not trying to add to that, you know?
Don't bring that hate bullshit to the conscious community, bro. There's a reason why it's called the conscious community. But yeah, guys, that is how you exit the matrix. That is how you act upon your passion. You become who you are, your authentic self, so that you can become a beacon of light and an example, an inspiration for other people to aspire to become themselves as well. The best way to inspire others is to be your true authentic self and to act on your passion. Act on what you love to do. Like I said, you need to love it so much that it's something you would do for free. Okay? Whatever you love so much that you would do for free, that is probably what you're best at in terms of skills and talent and whatever. So if you can figure out how to turn that into a way of attracting abundance, money, so that you can support your lifestyle, your family, your bills, whatever, that is the key. That is the key.
Check out our manifestation video, because we talk a lot about different ways that you can manifest things into reality, and yeah, it's really helpful, we think.
The video is called Real Deal Manifesting. Guys, check that out. Check that out.
I also have a blog in case you're a reader, you know, trying to have different content types for all different people.
Absolutely. You know, there's some of us, unfortunately, on Earth that we are born without the sense of hearing. So for those of us that cannot hear, they can read. So if you're into blogging, or if you have family and friends that may be deaf, show them our information, show them the content, help them expand their minds, you know what I'm saying?
And I probably will create a blog for this video as well, and the link will definitely be down in the description bar. You'll see it there.
So yeah, guys, listen, we love you unconditionally. We're very grateful for a lot of love we've been receiving lately. Our subscribers have been growing. You guys have been commenting more.
Thank you for everybody that's new here watching our videos.
We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. We love you unconditionally. Keep sharing our videos, subscribe, like, comment, and just keep coming back, guys.
Make sure to comment below if there's a topic that you'd like for us to cover on an upcoming video. So let's keep the discussion going, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Peace.